definition of the MAO 004. For those of us that have been around for a while, we know that it's had several iterations. The most recently, looking at this complete timeline, the most recent was phase 3, and the changes are being made to positions 17 through 28. And what they're doing is they're changing the HCN, or the railroad beneficiary number, to an MBI, which is a member beneficiary identifier. So let's go over to the next slide here. So here's a summary of the impact of the member beneficiary identifier implementation on RAPs. So there's some, this information actually came from the CMS January user group, the EDPS and RAPs user group, and you can go on to CSSC operations and get those slides. But in case things aren't complicated enough, before the MBI transition, which means before 1/1/2020, if you put the MBI on the RAPs, it will be rejected. Okay? So any ad submissions or any submissions on RAPs, you need to continue to use the HIC number or the RRB. When you do a delete, it has to be the same identifier that you use to send in the initial, which on RAPs must be the HIC or the RRB. During extended transition, the 004 reports will include the member identifier which was submitted, i.e. that's the change in the columns, I think I said 17 through 28. So the ad submissions during the extended transition can be HIC or RRB or MBI. So RAPs can be either after implementation, but until that time, RAPs has to be the HIC number, while the EDPS can be either. And again, this information, the only place I was able to glean this information was from the January CMS user group. So my question is, why isn't it more broadly known? It's like, I mean, they don't let well, although physician groups don't send in RAPs, that's true. So we're all going to have to create cross-reference files from the MBIs, the RRBs to the, the HCNs and the HCNs and the RRBs to the MBIs, because it's not complicated enough today. So I just wanted to bring that up. So let's take a look now at the model output report. So there's a new field that will be on the model output report, and it's going to be record type H for version 22, and version 23, the EDPS and fee-for-service, which is the 25%, and then the D is the RAPs and fee-for-service, which is the 75%. Okay, so, and the first time we're going to see this will be on the interim finals, and the reason it's on the interim finals is that the EDPS submissions were pushed back, so there's going to be interim final, and then there's going to be a final. I think everyone's aware that during the year, everyone's paid at 100% based on RAPs, and then all the adjustments for EDPS come up during the mid-years and the finals. The changes to the MOR are to help facilitate understanding the data source for the calculations. So again, the first time you're going to see this will be the interim final for 17, which should be mid-year 2018.